letter on this. Let me get them all.
Absolutely.
Here's the president. Y'all need pledge? Y'all need pledge? Yeah. Whole group? Yeah. All right.
You're on.
We're gonna get started. Call meeting to order Tuesday, February 8th, 2022, Mason County Board of Education regular business meeting. Agenda number 21-23, Mason County Board of Education on 6 p.m. All members are present. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance to the Mason County FFA students.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all very much. That's for recognition. Recognition, National FFA Week, February 19th through February 26th, 2022.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There you go.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening. We are members of the Mason County Vocational FFA chapter. My name is Haven Roush, and I'm the vice president.
My name is Caleb Pearson, and I'm also the vice president. We are here to talk about National FFA Week, which starts on the 19th and ends on the 26th.
I'm Lindsay Ward, the Assistant Secretary. During FFA Week, we share what FFA is and the impact that it has on members every day.
I'm Leah Bechtel, I'm the Assistant Vice President. Throughout FFA Week, we participate in numerous events such as dress-up days at school and annual FFA church service at Evans Church of God, and we give back to the community.
Now I'll read the National FFA Week proclamation. Whereas FFA and agricultural education provide a strong foundation for the youth of America in the future of food, fiber, and natural resources systems, and whereas FFA promotes premier leadership, personal growth, and career success among its members. Whereas agricultural education and FFA ensure a steady supply of young professionals to meet the growing needs in the science, business, and technology of agriculture. Whereas the FFA motto, learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, living to serve, gives direction and purpose to these students who take an active role in succeeding in agricultural education. Whereas FFA promotes citizenship, volunteerism, patriotism, and cooperation. Therefore, I do hereby designate the week of February 19th, 26th, 2022 as National FFA Week. Now we ask that the members of the board sign this proclamation to declare February 19th, the 19th through the 26th as FFA Week.
Say it again.
This is an honor to support FFA and farmers in this country. Have anything planned for the week?
We have dress-up days every week, kind of similar to homecoming week. Like Monday is get up and eat, wear your nice boots and pajamas, and throughout the week we just have all kinds of activities. We go to a church service on Sunday. It's usually annual. We didn't have it last year due to COVID, but it's kind of FFA themed, and all the chapters come from the community and other counties come, and we have a dinner afterwards. And on Saturday, we have an FFA week kickoff, and we invite not just the FFA members, but everyone in the community to kind of start off the week and share with us.
The Saturday, the 18th, or Kick off at the school.
Got up to the school.
Thing.
Okay, get a picture. There you go. Back to you all. You did that. Oh, I think you can lose that. Yeah, that's the.
Are we sitting or standing?
Sitting or
Just
standing?
want to take a picture.
No.
If you guys want to get it, we can. You get together. I can see you better.
Hey, Tanya, make sure you send one of those to Crystal.
That's what I was gonna ask if it was okay to put them all on there and then
Okay, awesome.
need their
Thank you.
permission to get them on there.
We're dressed up like. Get your reader, have get your beard. All right, moving on, delegations. Mark Oliver.
All right. Well, I appreciate the opportunity to speak, and what a blessing it is to see the youth out there active in the community. And great to see that that was signed in to be with the acknowledged. So good for that. I come for a different reason. I come to ask a couple of questions. It's been some time, and I know that there has been a lot of time that has passed. And so a lot of changes have happened since I was last here. And in terms of what is now being talked about openly on mainstream media, that was not so much being talked about. And so I wonder what other considerations you all have talked about concerning the mask mandate for the schools. And so I come asking a couple of questions. One of the questions is, what justification do you have to continue forcing masks on children? What scientific evidence do you have to justify this? I know previously there was one CDC study that was presented here a while back that has since been debunked. It was given junk science, in essence. So that one study, compared to all the other studies that proved opposite, that the masks were not doing what everyone said they was, that study was debunked a while back. And actually, the CDC has already admitted what we, the parents, our concerned parents, have been saying from the beginning, that these masks, these cloth masks that we're talking about, don't work, and they never did. And so I ask again, because I've asked this before, and I know there's no dialogue here, but I would be more than happy to stay afterwards and talk with those who would like to talk with me. I would love to talk with the three of you who have forced this on the children. What research have you done concerning negative side effects of masking children for extended periods of time? Have you done any research concerning that? I do know that I was told by a particular board member that you all are not allowed to do your own research. I was told that, and I actually reiterated that to the board member who told me that. You mean to tell me you're not allowed to do your own research? And I was looked right square in the eyes and was told, yes, we are not allowed to do our own research. Now, that speaks volumes to what that person thinks of me, that I would be such a fool as to believe something like that. Of course, that's ludicrous, and of course, you all can do your own research. You all have placed yourselves as making health decisions for the children of Mason County. That's never been, nor ever should be, your decision. It never should be. I know there's been several times that it's been talked about Dr. Living recommends this. Dr. Living recommends masks. Okay, and then you would say, well, my vote is for what Dr. Living says, so I'm mandating masks. That's not what Dr. Living said. Dr. Living didn't mandate masks. Dr. Living recommended masks. So if you were doing what Dr. Living recommended, you would say, I recommend masks, but I'm not the parent of 3,900 children in Mason County. I'm not going to make a health decision for those children or play the role of their parent. I will leave that decision up to the parent as well as it should be. So just a question, how long is this madness going to continue? Or have we now come and seen what we've been telling you all from the very beginning, that the masks don't do any good, but they actually do harm? And if you was to do your research, you would see that it does do harm. And if you would like to have information based on that or any conversation after the meeting, I would be more than happy to have a cordial, respectful conversation with you three. So thank you for your time.
Superintendent's recommendations. Recommend the board approve the regular business meeting agenda number 21-23 of Mason County Board of Education, February 8, 2022, at the Mason County Board of Education office, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, for the purpose of conducting regular business. Motion was Carlson. Second was Tennant. Discussion. Okay. We have several addendums to the agenda. We're going to add 805. We're going to have an addendum for 805. At 905, 906, and 907. We're going to have to pull them or add them, whatever we look at 11 superintendent's report. Ms. Carlson, do you have anything?
Yep, just one second. You said 905, 6, and 7.
905, 6, and 7.
703.
Anything else? Billings? Ms. Duggar? Still?
703 and 705. And I'd like to do this executive session.
Both of them?
Yes.
Okay. He says, so we will be voting on everything except 703, 705, 805, 905, 906, 907, and 11. All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed. Motion passes 5-0. You want to go with the few executive, go along with it, if you want to go ahead with the rest of the agenda, or just go to work.
It's up to you.
I'm fine with either way.
So do everything else? Yes, at the end, probably.
You want to do everything else and hold these to the end of it?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to go to 805. 805 is an addendum. We're going to add recommend the board accept the resignation of Sharon Cochran, substitute aide, central office attendant, effective February 7th, 2022. And I'll make that motion. Second, Mrs. Discussion. I guess this came in late. She wanted to put on the agenda, so we will be voting to add, recommend the board accept the resignation of Sharon Cochran, substitute aide, central office attendant, effective February 7th, 2022. All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed. Motion passes 5-0. Back to the main motion. Recommend the board accept the resignation of Sheriff Cochran, substitute aide, central office attendant, effective February 7th, 2022. All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed. Motion passes 5-0. In 905, I'm sorry. Recommend the board accept the resignation of Emily Kitchen, girls tennis coach, Point Pleasant Junior Senior High, effective January 31st, 2022. And that's going to be the end. I'll go ahead and make that motion also. Second, Mr. Billings. Discussion. All in favor of the addendum, say aye. Aye, opposed. Motion passes 5-0. Main motion. Recommend the board accept the resignation of Emily Kitchen, girls tennis coach, Point Pleasant Junior Senior High, effective January 31st, 2022. All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed. Motion passes 5-0. 906 is another addendum. Recommend the board approve the placement of Christopher Taylor, athletic assistant, Anna Junior Senior High, job number 501-024-S, effective for the 2021-22 school year. This is an unpaid position. I'll make a motion for that addendum. Second, Mr. Carlson. Discussion. Any discussion? All in favor of the addendum, say aye. Aye, opposed. Motion passes 5-0. Back to the main motion. Recommend the board approve the placement of Christopher Taylor, athletic assistant, and Junior Senior High, job number 501-024-S, effective for the 2021-22 school year. This is an unpaid position. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. 907 will be another addendum. Recommend the board approve the placement of Terry Allen Stats, athletic assistant, Wahama Junior Senior High, job number 503-239-S, effective for the 2021-22 school year. Yes, this is an unpaid position. Go ahead and make the motion.
I'll second it.
10 seconds. Discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed. Motion passes 5-0. Back to the main motion. Recommend the board approve the placement of Terry Allen Stats, athletic assistant, Wahama Junior Senior High, job number 503-239-S, effective for the 2021-22 school year. This is an unpaid position. All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed. Motion passes 5-0. 11, superintendent's report.
And good evening, everyone. Just a couple of things about the COVID numbers as they are today. As of the most recent information, we have 64 active cases in Mason County Schools and 72 quarantines. 64 active cases and 72 quarantines. And that is fairly stable over the past week. And in our meeting today with the call with the health department, Dr. Living indicated that that's fairly stable, that's fairly consistent with what they're seeing. The numbers are somewhat stable on that. Again, under the new guidance that we're using with the 1% or more of the occupants with positive, those the schools are wearing masks. We have 3 schools that are not wearing masks right now. It's Beale Elementary, Roosevelt Elementary, and the School for Success. Actually, Beale Elementary yesterday and today, I believe, both had 0 positive cases and 0 quarantines. So that's really, really good news. Roosevelt has seen a little bit of an increase since last week when we issued the guidance. When we use those numbers for the guidance, they've seen a little jump. They've gone from 1 on Friday to 4 yesterday and 6 today. So just want to make you aware of that situation.
Can I just
Sure.
go ahead and say something? At the beginning, when we started this, Roosevelt and Beale, weren't they having the most?
Roosevelt was a long time before they ever got their first one.
Okay, Ashland was. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
Ashland had a
thinking
lot
that
early
they
on.
were in Alphabet County.
Yeah.
But
Okay, just
anyway, they're good numbers. I'm glad to see that.
Just a few other little items. I gave you a draft of a thank you letter to Nucor, and if it meets with your approval, then after a while, I'll get you to sign collectively on the one thank you letter for their $1 million donation. We haven't had any conversations yet about how that will be used, but we'll be reaching out to the company regarding how that will be issued and all that sort of thing. So no action on that yet. I want to report that I had an excellent meeting today with secondary principals, counselors, and folks at the Mason County Career Center about expanding some opportunities at the center. We took a look at the status of some of the programs. We discussed ways to make CTE more accessible and attractive to students, and we're going to reconvene in a couple of weeks and revisit some of those issues. But I'm very, very encouraged by some of the conversations we were able to have there today. Good stuff. We've now begun taking votes from the public and from employees on the 22-23 school calendar. We're going to be collecting those electronically, and so employees and the public can vote online regarding their preference, and also the structure of PLC days. We have a question on there. You know, would you prefer a late arrival on a PLC day or early dismissal? Now, employees who don't regularly use their digital devices are welcome to stop at the work site or one of the schools, and someone there will help them. We'll just give them, show them, and they can just vote right there. Sort of like going to the school for a polling place. So, if there's anybody who doesn't regularly use their digital device, they can just stop at the school. Somebody can just say, here's the site, go ahead and cast your vote. And also, want to make one more thing. We'll be making a small change in the current calendar. Last Friday, oh, by the way, the last day for voting on that is February the 18th. So,
Quick question,
please.
just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
So generally, in years past, we've given 3 options. So what was the thinking behind the 5? And I'm certainly not complaining, but generally it's only voted on by employees, correct? And so I just didn't know.
I think in the back, actually, we have two separate places. There's one that, I was told, I think the last year or so, maybe there was some public input allowed. But anyway, there are 2 separate sites. So if you go to the same site, but employees vote at one place, they have to put in their email address to do that. And then the general public can also vote, like for family choice or something like that. So they can go and do that. What was your other question?
I just wasn't sure how it came about, like those changes came about.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that you narrowed it down to 3 in the past. Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember.
Well, I wrote all 5 out there. We posted it today, so
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll be all right.
They always vote for the place of work.
People can vote. Teachers can vote wherever. They can either vote online any place where they want to, or if it's someone who doesn't normally use their computer or whatever, just go to their place of work. Or, if it's a bus driver, will say, and they pick up kids at Ashton, that's where they start out late, just go in a few minutes early.
I understand that.
A bunch of it really, we're trying to make it more efficient so we don't get into all the paper ballots and having to count and just trying to, because people would have to go in and fill out a piece of paper anyway, so it just makes it convenient and probably a little more accurate, frankly. So, any other questions on that?
I was wasn't aware of it, I mean, like I said.
We just-
But that was just part of the saying, yes, we've always did that, like I said, they brought it back on down.
Well, that's it.
As we narrowed it down to 3, and then we put out the vote, and we got 5.
Okay, sorry.
But I don't know, it's all right, I just.
But anyway, we got 5 out there, we'll bring you back the results, and then you all can go from there and make your recommendation as you choose to do. Did want to mention we're making one small change in the current calendar. Last Friday was supposed to be a faculty senate day, but we weren't in session due to snow, but we were mandated to have those faculty senate days. So we're going to make February 23rd, Wednesday, February 23rd, which was going to be a PLC day. We're going to change that to a faculty senate day, and that will be a 2-hour early dismissal. And we will not be making up that PLC day. Okay, so we'll just change that PLC day to faculty senate, and rather than being a late arrival that day, it will be a 2-hour early dismissal. Okay, and that's all I have. Yes, sir.
Just real quick, since we're on the superintendent's report. As you're aware of, I work on the School Board Association, and there's been some legislation updates. So I don't know how much you followed or what information you got from the state superintendent or whatever, but 2 items I'm going to just bring up, see if you've heard of anything. One, I know there's one bill out there that looks like it's probably going to pass, depends on whether there's amendments and all that, the process they do there, which we already do here, is you got to make sure you have in-person meetings
and you gotta have a street. That's something they're wanting all counties to do. I think it looks like that might go forward both places, which we already do that. Which there's another bill, which, of course, when they bring this up, a lot of people get interested. And I want to make sure here in Mason County, and the bill is on the CRT, the critical race theory. In Mason County, which I've been hit up here in Mason County as well, which I've asked you in the past, and I don't believe we have any of that in our curriculum. Is that correct? That is correct. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was clear. Like I said, I know there's a bill in process. I don't know the details on it, but I know they're looking at that at that level. And so when people ask me, I want to make sure I let them know that Mason County, I don't know where else, probably was printed, but we do not have critical race theory here in our county. Correct. Thank you.
Is there any way, I've gotten people that have been asking me about our COVID dashboard.
Okay.
It hasn't been updated since either the 31st or the 1st. Is there any way we could update that more? I guess the mask mandate goes out on Sunday evening, but it hasn't been updated
We need to do that,
regularly, just,
because we're getting the numbers, we just don't always.
right,
post
because I
that.
know people that don't like the mask are watching it like a home.
Okay,
To see kind of where their school's standing.
gotcha.
So,
All right. We will get that updated tomorrow.
Nothing else? All right, moving on, moving back to 703. Recommend the board approve the transfer of Maria Ishinaar, assistant principal, curriculum and instruction, federal program specialist, center office attendant, the principal, Point Pleasant Primary School, job number 217415-A, 220 days, position code 111, effective February 10th, 2022. Motion, Ms. Carlson. Second, Ms. Tennant. Discussion. I know that Ms. Tennant asked for executive session to discuss this. 73 and 75 is the same. Right. We want to go in and come out and go separate. What do you think? We're talking about both over there. We just want to move 73 first.
It's probably easiest just go in.
For both at the same time, if you are, we can, I will pull 75 also and do the same thing. Figure out how to do this. We'll look at computers on that. See if I can say everything is what. So I pulled 75 also, recommend the board approve the transfer of Rachel D. Haynu, social studies teacher, Point Pleasant Junior Senior High, to assistant principal, Point Pleasant Junior Senior High, job number 502-805-A, 220 days, position code 117, effective February 10th, 2022. And this also kind of the same thing we're doing in discussing. We're going to have both of them be pulled for executive session. All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed. Motion passes 5-0. We're going into executive at 6:30. There'll be something. There'll be some kind of action. There will be some kind of action to come back. Yes, no, maybe. We will come back. Be that.
Guess that means we get to stick around.
Yeah, you're good people.
Okay.
I'll get it. Good luck. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good to see you again. Yeah, yeah. It's been a long time since I came. It's just the right time. Actually, most of the time, I was thinking to that, I want to go back, particularly when everything's so warm. It just, voice my feeling again. Actually, the question of what it was, I can't answer. And so, I'm hoping, tonight, it's 9:25. Gavin Johnson, Johnson knows now. That was it. Yeah. Yes. I would have been surprised. Right. Right. Yeah, that part I would get surprised. So I'm glad it's being addressed. You've already found it, you live in the blood. Yes, well, they train and indoctrinate the teachers to train and indoctrinate the children. No, it's pure indoctrination. Yeah. It's been going on in the colleges, and it's just now seeing that into the elementary schools. They're coming for the kids, not necessarily the young adults anymore. It's the children, it's who sing ones. It's exactly what it was. They're not answering. Yeah. Sure, the developmentals, yes. Yes. Yeah, that's right. No, and I understand. And here's the thing is that, here's the beauty of the thing is take that off. It's just like, hey, yeah, I mean, it doesn't harm. They're doing a pretty good job. It's amazing what they don't think numbers. Sure. Good. Yeah. Okay, no. First. The second I had on outside. What is it? What's your name? Jan. Okay. 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 Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm always interested in hearing. Yeah. Good. Oh, liver. Well, I thought I heard, I don't know, maybe I just didn't hear you, and I saw the light there, or something. I didn't know what, yeah, it's oh, liver, like my grandmother called it, oh, liver. Or just oh, liver. Yeah, that's probably gonna be that one. Oh.
Probably, yeah, that probably is. That's it, yeah, I was like, what is it? Where is it?
You should make that.
We always swear to.
Oh, like from the.
Kenny took your hair.
Hey, I was kidding.
Hey,
It's what they.
that's exactly right, yes, sir.
Till these next week.
You ready? Recommend the board return to the session. Motion, Mr. Billings. Second, Mr. Gibson. All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed, motion passes 5-0. We're back at 7:26. Seven '03, recommend the board approve the transfer of Maria Ishire, Assistant Principal, Curriculum and Instruction, Federal Program Specialist, Central Office Itinerant to Principal, Point Pleasant Primary School, job number 217-451-A, 220 days, position code 111, effective February 10th, 2022. All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed? Motion passes 5-0. 7:05, recommend the board approve the transfer of Rachel Deano, social studies teacher, Point Pleasant Junior Senior High, to assistant principal, Point Pleasant Junior Senior High, job number 502-805-A, 220-day position, code 117, effective February 10th, 2022. Motion, Mr. Carlson. I'll second it. Discussion. Discussion, all in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed, motion passes 5-0. Oops, sorry. 4 passes 4-1. This is Kevin voting no. Sorry about that. The kids here for a second. The recommended board adjourn regular business meeting agenda number 21-23, February 8, 2022, is the Mason County Board of Education, held at the Mason County Board of Education office, Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Motion. Oh, yes, Mayor, let Jared know.
Okay, Mr. Billings. Second, Mr. Carlson. Discussion, All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed, motion passes 5-0. We are adjourned at 7:28.
Hi, kids.
I will pass around one copy of the letter, so you don't sign it. Thank you, letter. Does that sound okay to you all?
Take care.
Didn't even get them.